What's up, y'all? It's Shae and I'm back with a brand new video. What's up, y'all? So we go back with another video. If you're into the channel, welcome, and if you're returning, you know the vibes. What's up, y'all? It's your girl back, and today's video, as you guys can already tell by the title, today we're doing a pros and cons for PWI, why I chose to transfer, and just pretty much my whole experience at a PWI. Quick warning, this isn't to bash or kind of like talk bad or talk down on any school, because let me just say this right here, my freshman experience was amazing. There was always some cons that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and the reason why I decided to transfer. Like I said, this isn't to bash any school or anything of that sort, because like I said, I had an amazing first year experience, though it could have been better in certain aspects. However, I made the best out of it, and it's all about what you make it. Use this video to guide you, but don't use this video to make your final decision, if that makes sense. Because I personally feel like you can make, you know, everybody's college experience is different, everyone likes different things, so it's like, don't let this whole video just affect whether you want to attend that school or not, or attend a PWI, because I know a lot of my friends, they go to PWIs and they have amazing experiences. Let me just throw that out there. So don't let my experience, I don't want to say fool you, but don't let it kind of like overshadow, you know, in a sense, because I feel like everyone has their own personal experience. I've had friends that I went to the same school with and they're returning next year, next semester, so clearly they liked it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't let what I'm gonna say in this video kind of affect you in a bad way, but just use it to learn and know what to expect. Let's just put it that way. So really hope you guys enjoy this video. Of course, we're gonna start off with the good things and we're gonna get into the bad, which it gets really bad. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So first things first, let's talk about the pros and my experience in general. Before I even start with that, I just want to say that I wasn't going to do this video first things first, but I decided to do it because I was getting so many questions about why I decided to transfer, and I feel like that question really came up a lot with my subscribers and my supporters, because they've seen footage and content of me having a ball at school, so they're like, wait, why is she transferring? So, which I totally get, I totally understand, but let me just break it down here right quick. I know you guys seen I had a ball. It was not fake, it was real. I had a great time. Like I said, my PWI was amazing. I had a great time. Teachers were great, you know, the students for the most part. It was amazing. Yeah, I feel like my experience was good, you know, but I think that certain things I didn't personally like. I think it really got down to the nitty-gritty and like being super picky, and I feel like going to PWI really opened my eyes and realizing like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, what school do you want to attend? Because realistically speaking, whatever school you attend, you're gonna get that degree, you're gonna get that diploma, and that's all that matters. The experience, it does matter, but for some people it doesn't matter, which is why I was like, okay, don't let my experience kind of like fool you, or like kind of like, you know, overshadow what you're looking for in a school. So I think that's super important. But like I said, experience is third. That diploma, that degree, and grades, that's number one. Experience is, you know, totally afterwards. But for me, college experience is super important, as much as that degree and diploma is. Don't get me wrong, the degree and diploma is way more important than my experience. However, I think that my experience, it kind of like, I don't even know how to say it. I feel like you gotta have an amazing college experience. Like, that's, you know, before college, like after college, this is like real life. Like, college is already real life, so just imagine life after college. Like, I feel like I want to enjoy, I want to have a ball, I want to be in an environment where I'm comfortable. So that's kind of what I was looking for in a school. Don't get me wrong, my school gave me all of that, but there were certain times where I didn't feel comfortable, and I remember, like, you know, it's been quite a few encounters. I'm not gonna get too deep into details where, you know, I wasn't as comfortable as I would like to be. You guys don't know what a PWI is. A PWI is a predominantly white institution, so I think the name speaks for itself. Like I said, before I even get into the bad things, let me just finish with the good things. So like I said, my experience was a 10 out of 10. Well, not a 10 out of 10. Most like an 8 out of 10. Let me just put it that way. 8 out of 10, which is already super high. You know, obviously you guys know I played volleyball there. That was great. school and stuff, the teachers were super understanding, super lenient, super like they were willing to help all the time, you know, which I'm kind of scared that I'm not gonna find that with all the teachers at my HBCU. But for the most part, my PWI, the teachers, they were willing to help. They were willing to be invested in what you do in the classroom, which I absolutely loved, because they were here for it. They wanted to see you, like, they want to see you succeed. So that's definitely one of the things that I loved about my PWI. What else can I say? I know they offer a lot of scholarship money for Black students, so I know a lot of my friends, they go there because of that, so it's super beneficial for them and it works for them. So it's whatever, like I said, works for you and what you're looking for in a school. But besides that, for the most part, like I said, my experience was great. I think now I should probably start getting into like I don't want to say the bad things, but things that I personally did not like. First things first, I remember my first day on campus. I was a new student, obviously, didn't know anybody here. And I walked in class and they're like, oh, whoa, what are you doing here? And when I heard that, I was like, oh, I already knew what time it was. I'm like, oh, this is about to be a long school year. So once I heard that, I already knew, like, okay, it's gonna be rough already, you know. I was like, okay, I'm ready to face the challenges of it. I was ready for it. And eventually, I heard a lot of those comments. I've heard other comments also, and other comments that didn't make me feel, like, it made me feel uncomfortable. Like, I'd hear, like, oh, why do you change your hair so much? Or, you know, I'm the kind of person, I like to get dressed up. And at a PWI, let me just say this, they don't dress up. They go to school, go to class in pajamas, whatever, which is cool sometimes, right? Because my pajamas, but like sometimes like a casual fit or like laid back sweatpants kind of type of fit, they don't dress up. So as a Black girl, you come in there, you dressing up every day, they're looking at you like, girl, what they do today? And that's how they looked at me, because I dressed up every single day. You know, I looked cute every day. Like, that was just me. That's who I am as a person. I like, you know, looking good and making sure I look presentable all the time. For them, it was very odd for them. They'll see me and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Like, why are you always dressing up? Like, I remember there was someone who told me, they were like, where do you find that time and energy to dress up every day? And as much as, like, it's not really offensive, that wasn't offensive, but it's like, certain comments like that, it's like, it kind of triggers you a little bit in a sense. And I hope I'm being like, I hope you guys are understanding me, because it may sound like it's not that big of a deal, but once you start to hear these comments almost every single day, and you know at other schools you would never hear this, that's when it's like, okay, wow, like, no one wants to hear that, you know? So I think that that's kind of what bothered me, and I've heard other comments as well that are definitely deeper than those that I just mentioned, but I won't even say it in this video. I don't think that that's the main thing right now, so I'm not even gonna get into that. But I've definitely heard other things that definitely made me like, yeah, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Kind of made me feel like I didn't belong there in a sense. Obviously college, you want to feel like you belong there, you want to feel like you fit in, you know. Obviously everyone is different in their own way, but for the most part you want to fit in, and everybody wants to fit in. And I think that a lot of times I felt so different, and I didn't like that. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm just that one person that's like there, that's like everyone else have all these things in common, and here's me. Obviously coming from a whole different culture, coming from Miami, where I came from a school that had all Black students, which was basically a HBCU damn near. So it was kind of rough. It was a cultural shock for sure. A lot of things were different. The food was different. The way they spoke over there was super different. The way they did things there was different as well. So it was definitely like a cultural shock, I'm just being honest. But it was a cultural shock that I was willing to go through and just kind of learn, because I feel like that's how you learn, and that's how you get to know new people, and just that's how you just get to get an experience from it. And like I said, I had an amazing experience, though there were some bads, but I definitely like got some good things out of it. I've learned so much from so many people, and I'm grateful for that, to be honest. But like I said, I just wanted to really make this video to really touch base on the fact that, like, why I chose to transfer. You guys like had this question so much, and you guys also want to know where I'm attending and all that jazz. But first things first, the reason why I decided to transfer, the #1 reason, was the environment and the culture. Straight up, environment and culture. So what I mean by that is obviously environment, which you guys can put 2 and 2 together, and the culture, like I said, I feel like it was just so different. I feel like my culture, I didn't really see much of it. I didn't really see much of my people, and I wasn't really comfortable sometimes, because I would get looked at differently. I would hear comments, and it kind of like it didn't make me feel comfortable. It's not a place where I'd see myself spending 3 more years. Just being honest and putting that out there. Number 2 is for opportunities. So with my major, I'm a theater arts major. If you guys don't know what a theater art major is an acting major. So basically you're studying to be an actress, which I am, and in the state of Pennsylvania, there's not really much of that. There's other things, but it's not really too much of that. So I really was looking for a school that, you know, has a great environment, first things first, but also like where there's opportunities for me out there. Like over there wasn't too many modeling castings, there weren't much acting opportunities and stuff like that. So it was like it wasn't easy for me to, you know, kind of branch out and expand my career in a sense. Like though I'm still in college and I'm studying to be an actress, and you guys may think that you have to wait until you get your diploma to start acting, but no, like I don't even need to be in college to act. Like I'm the one who's taking that extra step, that extra mile to get that diploma, get that degree and stuff like that. But I don't really need it. So, which is why I started doing acting in my school and stuff like that. But you know, obviously it was like, you know, small plays in the school, but I really wanted to branch out and start doing big plays and do big castings and stuff as I got better. But like I said, there wasn't much of that. And even with modeling, even with YouTube and what I do as an influencer, there wasn't many opportunities for me, which is why I had to find a school that had that. And like I said, it's just in a state where they have those opportunities, because I want to be able to work and start my career way before I even graduate, which is right now. And as you guys know, like I'm an athlete as well, and though volleyball was my main focus, but after high school, after college, you know, volleyball won't even be a factor anymore. So I need to be focusing on other things that, you know, are going to be important later on in life. And I know some of you guys are probably going to be wondering, well, why didn't you choose the HBCU in the first place? So first things first, I play volleyball. So, and if you know, if you're an athlete, you know that many HBCUs don't have the best volleyball teams. Some of them do, don't get me wrong, and a lot of them are pretty good, but you find better, you know, volleyball teams out of PWI, because volleyball is a predominantly white sport, which is why I went to PWI. And honestly, it was never my dream to go to HBCU. No shade, no, like, you know, it wasn't just my thing. I mean, I really didn't know about HBCUs really, like historically black, you know, and stuff. I never really knew about that until like the whole Black Lives Matter thing happened with George Floyd and everything. I heard of them, but I never really did my research and got to know what it was, what was so special about it. So around that time, that was like my junior year of high school, where I was already getting recruited by college coaches and stuff from different schools. A few of them were HBCUs. Like I said, I never really done my research to really find out what it was, what was so special about it. Like, I never did any of that, you know. And I grew up in different places in the world. As a kid, I traveled a lot, so I lived with my parents elsewhere in different countries and stuff. It was a lot, so I didn't really get that full, you know, kind of say, like I didn't really know what all of that was about. I just wanted to go to college. That was it. I didn't really care what was so, like, I wasn't really thinking that hard about it, let's just put it that way. So eventually when I started doing more research about HBCUs and stuff, and the main thing I always seen, it was like, it's a party school. So obviously my parents was like, well, no party school for you. You need to go to school, get the diploma, get the degree, you know. So I never really, kind of had to stay away from that right off the bat. So I never really done my in-depth research about it. But eventually my freshman year of college, I started doing more research and finding out like what it was and stuff like that. And obviously by that time it was already too late, because I was already up at school and stuff. But it really, like I said, going to PWI, I don't regret it at all, because it really opened my eyes and it really helped me realize like what I wanted in school. And I know HBCUs are known to have like influencers. Though they're known to be a party school, I feel like all schools are party schools. Let me just put it out there, because my PWI was a party school. Like, everywhere is a party school. It's about what you make your college experience. If you have your priorities straight, you know what you're supposed to do, you know, you will be good. No matter what school you get put at, you will be straight. And I believe in that 100%. So, which is why I'm not afraid to go to HBCU. I'm not afraid to go to what you guys call a party school, because I know that my priorities are straight and I know what's important, I know what's not. I may be out partying on a weekend, but I know that my homework back at home is done. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like my priorities are so, like, I know what I want, so it's like now I can go out there and look for that. I feel like before, heading off to college, I didn't really know what I wanted in a school. Like before college, I didn't really know what I was looking for in a school for real. I feel like my main focus was so much volleyball, and with my injury that happened, and if you guys don't know too much about that, I broke my femur back in February. So with this big injury, you know, volleyball is not guaranteed for me, and I want to tear up while I'm saying this, but it's the truth. So I have to really open my eyes to bigger opportunities, like, you know, life after that, because I can't focus too much on that because I don't know what's gonna happen next with my injury. Yeah, my doctors guaranteed me that I'll be back by the time, you know, season starts in August, but do I know that? Is that what God wants for me? Maybe God allowed this to happen for me to, you know, open new doors. Maybe he closed this door so other doors can open. I don't know that. I think it's super important that I keep my eyes on the prize and that I don't stay so focused on just one thing, because you never know. One thing can go down bad. You gotta have plan B, C, and D, you know? So I think that that's really the main reason why I really decided to transfer. It wasn't one specific situation or one thing in particular, just to throw that out there, but it was definitely a lot of things, a lot of factors. Spoke to my parents about it and what they thought. Even my dad, like him and I were super close and stuff, like, you know, my volleyball coaches and stuff, they were super understanding and understood, like, you know, kind of where I was coming from, because as an influencer, like, I've been a YouTuber like for like 4 years now, so it's like they understand. I don't want to say the struggle, but they understand that, like, this is what it takes to grow. This is what it takes to grow my platform as an influencer, and, you know, just in general. So I don't know, I feel like that's really the main reason why I decided to transfer. I can't really think of any other factors for the most part, but that's really the reason why, y'all. Don't think too deep of it. And like I said, my experience at my PWI was amazing. Pitt was great. It was lit. Like, we had parties and stuff. Though the music was always bad, the music was horrible, bro. They would play some country music. I hated it. But for the most part, it was great. I've got to meet so many amazing people, so many amazing friends. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world, y'all. Like, as much as, you know, I'm leaving and it's kind of bittersweet, but I wouldn't trade my experience for nothing, because like I said, going to that PWI my first year made me realize, okay, like, yeah, this is what I want, you know, in a school. Like, this is not what I wanted, but this is what I want. It's kind of like being in a relationship with someone and then you guys end up breaking up, but you see, like, you learn from that relationship and you use it in another, if that makes sense. So seeing, like, okay, I didn't like what this person did, so I'm gonna look for someone who doesn't do that. I'm gonna look for someone with different characteristics. I hope I'm making sense, but that's kind of what my experience was at school, and that's just the only way I can really, like, use as an example. But yeah, like I said, it was a lot. It was tricky. It was, for the most part, like I said, it was great. My experience was amazing. I'm super grateful. My coaches there were amazing, so shout out to them. You know, so it was really nothing too personal. It was more within myself and what I wanted in the school. And, you know, Pitt didn't really offer that for me, and that's fine, because, you know, you live and you learn. So I don't want you guys to allow my experience to totally affect yours, but just, if you guys do choose to go to a PWI or the school that I even went to, just keep that in the back of your head or in the back of your mind or whatever. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. And yeah, that's kind of it. Love my school. I don't know how you guys are, like, wondering, like, where am I going? I don't know if I want to announce that in this video. However, stay tuned, because it will be in the next one. Not next one, but like soon. It's coming. I'm working on it. I haven't decided 100% on a school, but I'm like 90% in. And yeah, and I think that's about it. Another reason why I forgot to mention that I also wanted to transfer is distance. Pennsylvania was a 12-hour flight. However, it was a 17-hour drive. Yep, I said it right. 17-hour drive. So I couldn't even bring my car on campus because the drive was too far. I've had to, like, ask people for rides, take Uber, which is super expensive up there. It was just rough, y'all. It was rough. You know, so I couldn't bring my car. I had to ask people for rides. So, you know, after a while, it gets kind of annoying. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Asking somebody for a ride to go to Walmart to get some groceries almost every weekend. Come on now. It gets annoying. It gets annoying, you know, and you don't want to be that person that just constantly, like, bothers other people for a ride. Like, I didn't like doing that. So that's another thing. So I'm really looking for a school that can offer me, you know, all the things that I'm looking for, and also somewhere that's reasonable distance wise. I think that the furthest I would do is 7 hours as far as school. So I'm looking for schools in my area and schools in Atlanta and like South or North Carolina, which are kind of like driving distance from Florida. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and maybe other places. I don't know yet, but definitely not over 10 hours. That's dead. We're not doing that anymore. No ma'am. No, but yeah, for the most part, that's it, y'all, for, you know, my reasons as to why I decided to transfer. Like I said, I haven't finalized my, you know, everything on transferring. I don't know what school I'm attending just yet. However, I am close to finalizing my decision, super close. And I know a lot of you guys wanted to also know if I'm going to be playing volleyball at the school that I'll be attending, and the answer is yes. Hopefully I will be able to, only because with this injury, it's really rough. It's going to be very tough trying to get back. However, I'm working super hard on it, and we're praying that everything goes well. So, you know, hopefully everything goes good. I went to the doctor's appointment actually yesterday, and they said that my leg looks really good, so I should be able to get back on the court by August. However, you know, I don't know what God has in store, and I don't know. I think that we just gotta hope and pray for the best and see what comes next. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys are very understanding of my decision and don't allow my decision to fully affect yours, because I know a lot of you guys were thinking about going to that school as well. So don't let my decision, or, you know, the fact that I'm transferring, totally like have a huge impact on you and what you choose to do, or even attending a PWI period, because PWIs, they have a lot of pros, but they also have quite a few cons. So just to kind of throw it out there, and like, you know, I don't want anyone to like use this and be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to PWI. Oh no, she said she transferred. No, don't do that, because you will have a great experience. Because I've met so many amazing friends, so many amazing people from all around the world, and I wouldn't trade them for nothing, like I said. So huge shout out to them if they're watching this video. Love y'all. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys understood, and hope you guys are supportive, and like I said, stay tuned, because we're attending an hbcu next year. That means what? The content's gonna be lit. Like, I'm very excited for the concert for next year. Next semester is gonna be one for the books. Yeah, I thought this semester was okay. It was alright, you know, a couple college bits here and there, but next semester, mark my words on this one, it's gonna be one for the books. That's it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye y'all. Peace.